Young's shot is off.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Here's Mirotic. Almost, but it rolls out.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Brooks kicks to Butler. The three. And Hinrich gets it to go down on the assist by Butler. Hinrich's got himself on the board with 3 there. Timeout called the Lakers. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused, and while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question.
Right.
I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And here is Johnson following Kirk Hinrich's 3. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Mirotic, the 23rd pick back in 2011. The Bulls had to wait a while for him to come over. But, Steve, it looks like their patience will be rewarded.
Yeah, I mean, he was an MVP in the Spanish ACB league. It's probably the best league in the world after the NBA. So a lot of NBA GMs really regarded him as the best international player outside the NBA last season.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Hinrich. And it's Chicago scoring again.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Lakers trail by 6.
And Mirotic leading Real Madrid to the title in the Copa del Rey tournament. He got the MVP of that tournament as well. He's still young, but he's been proven at a very high level of competition, and you never discount that.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Clarkson. Rose passes to Mirotic. Now Rose. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team. And Mirotic, a native of Montenegro, moved to Spain when he was 15, so he's made the adjustment smoothly to playing abroad. Now we'll see how he adjusts to the NBA.
Now Rose, following the three-point attempt by Kobe Bryant. Here's Mirotic, and it's sent back by Hill. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. That one on Rose. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Bulls.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And don't forget about their three-point shooting, too, because that could be a major factor here tonight.
Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. 5th in three-point shooting, 8th in assists, and they were in the top 10 in opponents' points per game.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
Hill, a screen on Rose. Lin dishes to Johnson. Shoots. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Lin. Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Hinrich kicks to Rose. Mirotic sets the screen for Rose. He dishes it to Mirotic. 6 to shoot. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Mirotic has got his first points of the night. Lakers trail by 5. Outside, Lin. Boozer a screen on Rose. Lin kicks to Boozer. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These point guards have been shooting lights out during the last month. Jeremy Lin is second. Derrick Rose third.
Some remarkable shooters in that group, guys. And you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent, patient players.
Precisely. I mean, when you watch any of them, nothing's forced. I mean, it's good, smart shot selection, simple basketball. But that being said, don't take anything away from their natural ability to flat out bury that jumper. They can do that too.
And here's Rose following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Three-pointer, Heinrich. And the rebound goes to Boozer.
The Chicago Bulls consistently one of the best defensive teams in basketball. Coach Tom Thibodeau is an innovator on that side of the floor and great motivator as well. He's done an amazing job.
Lin, and it's all evened up. Lin's got 18 points.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Rose goes in. Mirotic sets the screen for Rose.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Pau Gasol is checked in for Mirotic. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ed Davis is checked in for Carlos Boozer.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Outside, Lin. Hill, a screen on Rose. A nice shot by Lin. Lin's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. Bulls center Joakim Noah, winning Defensive Player of the Year last season. Well-deserved. A big factor for him inside.
And, you know, Kevin, you can make a case with the talent they have, arguably being the premier defensive front line in the NBA.
Agreed. Now here's Heinrich. He has 5. Rose kicks to Gasol. Shoots from 12. And Davis pulls it down.
Great defensive anticipation there to challenge that shooter.
Here's Dunleavy. He's guarded by Johnson. Noah the screen. Rose attacking. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Hill, a screen on Rose. Lin the pass to Johnson. Outside, Lin. They double him with Noah. Heinrich with the steal. And now Rose running the floor all by himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Now here's Kobe. He's got 10. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Well, with Derrick Rose out of commission last season, the Bulls again look to run their offense through Joakim Noah in the high post. He assisted on almost 25% of their made baskets when he was on the floor.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And Noah last season becoming the first center to lead his team in assists in over 2 decades. Tallied 14 assists in 1 game. I mean, that was the first time in 35 years a center was able to do that.
Now here's Lin. 20 points for him. Davis with a screen on Rose. Here's Lin. And another basket for the Lakers.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
And Joakim Noah, the highest assist average since Vlade Divac over a decade ago.
And he became only the 5th center in NBA history to average at least 12 points, 11 boards, and 5 assists per game. That's pretty impressive, partner.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Gentlemen, a close partnership between Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau and center Joakim Noah. Noah said, quote, "The way each of us sees the game can be totally different, but he'll fight anybody to win, and I will too." Noah says Thibodeau's changed too, adding, "He's opened up a lot more, asking how we're doing, what we're thinking." Kevin?
They're really the backbone of that team. Thanks, Doris. And Gasol gets it to go.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Now here's Kobe. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Sacramento.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact. And drawing fouls.
And here's Rose. After Wesley Johnson just hit the three, here's Butler. Rebound by Kobe. Kobe's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lynn dishes to Johnson. It's stolen by Dunleavy.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
He kicks it to Rose. Butler with the ball, and it's Lynn picking him up. And the pass to Noah. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 11 feet away. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Got 4 points this quarter.
Look at the size discrepancy there between the defender and the shooter.
Well, those are warm-up jumpers. When there's not a hand in his face, he'll knock those down all day.
Davis setting the pick for Lynn. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, guys, when you see it come together like that, I mean, that's the offensive set you want to have. Well done.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. And the first half ends in a close one. Bulls out front, leading by a point. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin, with Derek.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.